Fair Rising, Cecily Simmons L here of Operation Fibroid Freedom and Womb Hang Clan, monthly fibroid accountability group. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about this topic of this concept of this thing called the soft life. So, first disclaimer. Now we can begin. This soft life is not something that I would say that I consciously had in mind in that way. But in that way when I had fibroids, when I found out I had fibroids. But after seeing this talk about the soft life, I've been thinking for quite some time that I should weigh in on the subject. I should give my 2 cents on the topic because I saw a lot of similarities about the soft life that are literally hand in hand with what I've been teaching, educating, and instructing women on that are looking for concrete ways to rebalance their hormones and shrink fibroids naturally. So I think wherever the soft life began, it's a great idea. Do I think that it's 100% new and just this revolutionary thing? No. I think prior to the last 5-10 years, women in general, indigenous women, so-called Black women, women that are of all races, a lot of women have reached a point in their lives where they're tired of taking shorts, where they are no longer making themselves available to situations that are draining, situations that are not in their best interest, situations that compromise their mental, emotional, spiritual, physical health. Women are recognizing their worth and charging tax, right? So before I get into it, I just feel like the soft life is a wonderful term and a wonderful topic and a phrase and a state for women to be in. But I personally don't feel like it's new per se. But I do think it's worth mentioning because this concept has become so popular in the last few years, and I do think it directly correlates and will be an easier way for certain women who are still struggling to grasp ways that they can begin to change their lives and change the way that they walk their path in life to balance hormones naturally, cut off the food supplies that feed fibroids in their body by prioritizing themselves, prioritizing their self-care, treating themselves with the love that they often give to others when their cup is left empty, filling their own cup first and foremost before anybody gets fed. And most importantly, for anybody that is familiar with me, putting on your goddess crown, right? Natural fibroid elimination happens when we eat whole food plant-based, when we implement a system of comprehensive detox that is relevant and specific to the areas in our body and in our womb and in our life that are out of balance. But one of the other huge ways that is of the non-physical nature that we stop feeding fibroids and start disconnecting from them energetically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and psychologically. And this is what I teach. If you studied with me, which if you've been to any of my shadow work sessions inside of my private monthly membership, if you're in my private monthly membership, I finally have found those files and I will be unlocking the vault on those very valuable tools for self-examination for shadow work to help balance your hormones and help you heal your womb. One of the things that I love to guide my goddesses that work with me directly down the path or into seeing, welcome to the throne womb, right? The soft life, all of this coming back to your authentic self, self-love, self-care. These are the terms that come to mind when I think of the soft life that I think are great. No, they're not new, but it's wonderful if this is how people are beginning to grasp these concepts, because they're all about what I've been encouraging women to do for years since I found out I had fibroids and got rid of them naturally, and that is accept your role as a goddess with entitlement in your life because you're royalty. Accept your role as a goddess with entitlement in your life. I'm going to say it one more time. I guide you into the throne room. Accept your role as a goddess in your life with entitlement. Meaning, I say entitlement because you don't have to play small, and it's also not about being negative in a negative or nasty type of energy. It's about not being ashamed of your natural, true, authentic beauty and your own gifts, your own talents and strong zones of genius that you specifically have been gifted to share with the world while you're in this realm. And part of you walking fully in that is you accepting your role as a goddess in your life with entitlement. Meaning you accept the gifts that you have. You recognize that you've been given whatever talents, whatever strong points, whatever extra knowledge, extra ability than the general population in certain areas, and pair that up with also looking for those same qualities, but also in the areas that you also are passionate about, taking action in those directions. That's how you begin to correct imbalances in your non-physical nature. And the more you do that, guess what else you're doing? You are positively sending the love, a flow of love, healing energy out into the populace, the world, right? Your community. Doesn't have to be anything big, right? It could be small, calculated, but very personal to you and your zone of genius and your passion type actions and activities. But those, by you making a active change in making a ripple in the ocean that is connected to everybody else in this realm, you're putting out healing. You're putting out healing, love energy. You're putting out inspiration and encouraging others by you fully embodying who you were sent here to be, and fully embodying with entitlement and with pride who you truly are from all areas. And that contributes to your hormones being balanced, and also helps to heal the populace, heal the outside community that you are in closest proximity to. And that only adds more healing and more love and more wealth and more abundance to your cup. So I'm going to be going into this topic a little bit more. I wanted to see what you all thought. I wanted to hear your feedback. What do you think about this topic of the soft life? What are some ways that you resonate with the topic, or does the topic totally seem like BS to you? Let me know. I'd love to hear what my audience thinks on this subject, so we can go back and forth a little more, and I can help bring you more content that will help you balance your hormones and become naturally fibroid free. For now, we're going into a recipe, so I'll see you on the other side. Introducing my tostones stacked with mushroom and avocado. This, you can tell by my reaction, was so banging. Okay, so for this beautiful recipe, I started with 2 plantains. Yes, plantains. Boro bananas would be better. They are healthier. They are a true alkaline heirloom plant. But if you only have plantains, this will still be good. Still a great addition to your diet. They're still a great source of fiber, a way better option than potatoes. So let's get it. Score the edges of the peel, remove the peels, and cut into 1-inch slices. And then we are going to do a fry in, I have grapeseed oil because it's a healthier, alkaline, vegan recommended oil. Even though this isn't a full alkaline vegan recipe, I try to get in the healthier tweaks where I can. So I am frying in grapeseed oil. I do end up adding a little bit more oil here. You just want enough to where half of the submerged plantain is frying, and you're going to fry for about 4 minutes per side. You don't want to burn them because they're going to have to go back in and fry again. Turn your oil down when you remove them the first time. This is how beautiful and golden brown they're going to be looking. So at this point, at this stage, turn your oil down to medium to low, maybe even low, while you smash the tostones. And I'm using a standard coffee mug here. Make sure it's clean, of course. And I'm pushing down and smashing and making these cute little tostones, which are going to be even cuter in my tummy. But this is how they look, and they're getting ready to go back in that oil that I will turn back up a little bit higher. You don't want to keep it on high because the oil can burn the tostones. A lot of people burn the tostones by leaving the oil on too high. So I would wait until you're ready to put them all in there. But this is kind of how it goes, like so. And once we get them all smashed into beautiful shapes like this is them before they're going in the second time. So my oil was turned back up, medium to high, whatever that is for your stove. As you can see, they're sizzling as they're going in because I'm going to fry for about a minute again on either side, on both sides. So an additional minute per side, maybe even 30 seconds per side. Depends on you and the consistency and color that you like, but you don't want to walk away from them at this point at all. So once they go in, we just prepare to flip them quickly, and then they get removed. But this was a very simple dish and so satisfying. Wonderful texture. You're going to see how I constructed the end result. It's pretty quick too. This is where they've been frying for the minute per side is what I went with this batch. And now I'm just removing them. So take note of the golden brown color. They're not dark, right? And that's because I turned that heat down. So don't forget to turn down your heat while you are pressing the tostones into shape. So again, a better option, a more healthier option, even more healing properties and more nourishing properties for your womb health would be burro bananas. I'll get into that in detail a little bit later. But if you only have access to plantains, this is still a pretty healthy dish. And voila, this is the finished, beautiful golden brown batch of tostones. Really excited about these. And so now let's make a typical garlic sauce to go with them. Just chop up. I did about 3 small cloves of garlic, topped it with olive oil just to slightly cover the top. This may be a little bit too much, depends on you. And then I added 2 capfuls of white vinegar. And look at this beautiful end result. Yes, I had already sauteed some baby bella mushrooms, made some guacamole, topped it with fresh cilantro, and of course, you're going to see in the next few shots, before I dig in, that I drizzle some of that delicious garlic sauce on the top. I'm a garlic lover, and no, this isn't a fully alkaline recipe. I already told y'all that. Here I am getting ready to dig in. Really proud of this one, y'all. So you got to try it. If you try it, you've got to tag me, post it to social media, Instagram, YouTube, make a video, shout me out, Facebook, TikTok. So yeah, I'm going to do my little dance. Hey, I made tostones and I stacked them. Okay, so this is me taking some of this delicious, decadent garlic sauce. It's so good and savory, got a nice tang. Remember, I added off camera about 2 spoonfuls, not tablespoons, but regular spoonfuls, 2 to 3 of white vinegar. And look how beautiful this is. It was so fragrant. Lots of great textures. The tostones had a nice crisp, but they also had a wonderful chewy bite in the center. And then the garlic with that delicious, good fat, that avocado, lots of fiber here. Lots of liver supportive, detoxifying, cellular nourishment in this dish. A few other benefits to note about green plantains is that they're a good source of starch that's not going to spike your blood sugar. This is the type of food that's going to help you feel full and satisfied, not going to spike blood sugar, and also feeds good gut bacteria to keep your gut healthy, which is also very important for womb balance and vaginal health. But as I mentioned, by far the best option, if you have access, would be the burro banana, which you've seen me use in past recipes. So I would say always go with burro bananas first. But if you have plantains as part of a balanced whole food plant-based diet, and that's what you're working with, baby, that's good too. Also, I want to note that I used grapeseed oil, just to reiterate, for this recipe, which is a healthier oil. It's antioxidant rich, recommended by Dr. Sebi as alkaline. Hey, thanks. Bye-bye. By the way, did you know you can get my By Fibroids tea bundle or my 2-week fibroid formula womb cleanse bundle. Both bundles include the tea option as well as the green smoothie powder option that's going to help you with natural, safe, and effective fibroid detoxification. Also, join my monthly fibroid accountability group. All right, it's 2023, Goddess, and welcome to your year of ease. Why ease? Because ease stands for effortless alignment and success in everything. Yes, you can craft a lifestyle of successful habits that help you to slash the stress and anxiety around shrinking fibroids naturally. Members get 1 monthly fibroid elimination masterclass, bi-monthly interactive challenges, plus behind-the-scenes curated content from somebody who has succeeded at natural fibroid elimination, and much, much more. Hope to see you on the inside, and for more info, just follow the